Hey there everybody, and welcome back to more Messiah. I am still Negaroth. Today we will be heading into the next area, known as the Annex. Before we do that though, it will be necessary to hop into the body of a worker, and we will be finding out why soon enough. Thankfully, by using a bit of cunning stealth, we're not going to be shot by those friendly light cops, but instead we will just have to sneak by this bit of combat going on here. Normally you'd think that two heavy cops would have no problems with a few shots, but the AI in this game is shit, as we've been able to find out. Now, if the shots happen to come around the corner there, they would be shot by the bazooka-wielding heavy cop, but they decide to just give up, allowing us instead to watch this nice formal marching here in this very confined room. And instead what we are going to do is, well, try to hop into this guy's body without being completely annihilated, because we will be needing his combat prowess in just a second. Now, we do have to get rid of these cops in here.
I'll work harder. No, I'm a good welder. Man, I've been welding for years, man. I'm good at this.
And we will leave our welder buddy alone because we will be needing him and his welding aptitude. But that doesn't mean we can't take care of a few more light cops, because if we press this switch while they were still alive, they would decide to start shooting at us, because I guess that laser barrier was very important. Also, I don't know what the hell happened to him, but no laying down on the job. Gotta be very careful here. Well, as careful as I could be. Because really, there's not a lot you can do about the blast radius of the bazooka, outside of just trying to put as much space between you and the explosion as possible. Now, as we can hear that, yeah, there he is, that shot is still alive, and as to why he didn't decide to go running around the corner to get shot by the cops, I don't know, but we can fulfill his final wish. He's just saying, put me out of my misery. Blow me to hell. Now, that laser barrier that we turned off before is actually down here, but we can't actually operate that control panel with our current cop body. His hands are just too clumsy and oppressive to really be able to operate anything outside of a gun. So first, we're going to make sure he isn't a problem for us in the future. And then we're going to go take our welder body and just go operate that panel. Now, this entire area is a lot easier than the previous area, which is a bit odd considering that we are getting closer and closer to the end of the game. But that's not to say it's completely easy. Oh no. Not with all this futuristic high-tech bullshit going on. Because we haven't actually gotten to the what could be considered difficult part of the area just yet. Also, I want to leave that cop alive because we will be needing him for later, but for right now, we're going to need Bob's amazing flying abilities.
Get the hell away. You little freak! What? Get out of this area! You're supposed to wear a hat in this area!
Sadly, I only have a halo, buddy. But yeah, it's time for some very precarious platforming combined with fiery flames of death. They're not too hard to avoid, and they have a pretty obvious tell when they're going to go off. The problem is that cop I had to leave alive is deciding that he'd rather shoot us, so let's just try to get the hell away from him. Now, it may have been a bit hard to tell there, but Bob was just stating the obvious, that indeed it is hot as hell in here. Thankfully, we are almost completely done with the deadly traps. First, though, we need to take care of these cops over here. Rather stupidly, they're standing next to some explosive boxes, so it's not too difficult to take care of them. And we're actually done with this Chot, so I wonder what we can do with him to make sure he's not a problem in the future. Oh, I know. Suicide. And thankfully there's nothing in this area but welders, so we're not gonna have to worry about getting shot. Instead, as you can tell, it's pretty much a precarious death trap, and well, I guess you can see there is a safe spot. There's that welder showing off down there, but it's quite a bit easier just to hop across the top here. Kind of makes this entire death trap area kind of trivial, but you know, it makes up for it in so many other ways, such as, well, awkward platforming. And not just normal awkward platforming, but timed awkward platforming. So what we have to do is get back across all these death traps on these moving platforms. Now what you may not be able to tell is that these moving platforms will actually throw you off because, well, they have very odd inertia. And that particular area caused me quite a bit of grief, but you know what? I made it look pretty easy. And that was me giving a little finger bang to say, fuck you. And, well, that actually turns on all the power to the annex, which means that we can now get into the next available area of the game. But as you can probably tell by the length of the video, I only want to put in this particular area for this update. I thought it was a nice little smooth update, and all we need to do is find that cop. Where'd he go? What the hell are you doing?
Bang!
Well, I guess, yeah. I'll need him for the upcoming area. But all we need to do is run back pretty much past the door that we entered the first area into, or entered the annex into, and head over to this door that was previously locked. And where does that lead us? Well, it leads us into the next area we'll be seeing in the next update, and the behemoth that is apparently waiting for us. So, see you next time.